Hey guys, today's video I'm going to show you how to remove a gland nut on a Case 580K backhoe, what tools you need, and a few tips along the way. Alright, a few things you're going to need. Most important is a gland nut wrench. This here is an OTC 1266. It works on this Case 580K backhoe. I've rebuilt 4 cylinders with it, so it's a pretty good, durable piece of tool here. If you don't have one of these, I'll put my affiliate link down below in the description. You can go check that out. It'll take you straight to Amazon. You can order that thing. You also need a hammer, 3/4 inch ratchet or strong arm, a few different size wrenches, 1/4 inch nut driver. Let's go ahead and jump into getting this thing prepped to take off. First thing I always do is get this thing all cleaned up. That way we don't get anything in the cylinder, and make sure you got these holes here cleaned out really well. That's where our gland nut wrench is going to go in. Also, first thing, you want to make sure you have this thing propped up well. I got it on this giant jack stand. You can also do it on the ground for this cylinder probably, but you know, it's a lot easier to get to it and get that cylinder out. So that's why I got it propped up here. Just make sure you have whatever cylinder you're working on propped up. That way you don't have any accidents. All right, we'll just take some carb cleaner here and get this thing all cleaned up. Go ahead and get these holes cleaned out really good. This is where that set screw is. Every one of these cylinders has a little set screw. It's just a 1/4 inch head on this. And you definitely don't want to forget taking that out. And a tip I always do is I'll take a hammer and beat around on this cylinder, because what gets stuck on these cylinders is the threads get rusted, that last thread, and sometimes they're a real pain to get out. So I always just tap around these pretty good, and that'll break that free. You're gonna want to go ahead and loosen up your line here. That way we'll be able to pull this cylinder out after we get the gland off. Just make sure you got it propped up, got all the pressure off. As you can tell, this one doesn't have any pressure on it. All right, this is where we're gonna put our wrench on here. It's got 2 different size nipples on here, one for the bigger cylinders, one for the smaller cylinder. We'll be using the smaller ones today. Got another Allen bolt here you want to loosen up, that way you can get the right size. And just put them opposite of each other. And always crank that bolt down, that way the thing's not flopping around on you. All right, we got it set to the right size, as you can see there. Perfect. And it also has where you can set the depth to these, the nipples. You just want to make sure that you don't have them sticking out too far, or that they won't seat all the way in there. So just kind of get them even there. You can tell this one's sticking out just a hair. Just get them set at the right depth. Crank them down there. All right. All right, let's go ahead and throw our 3/4 inch strong arm on here. Sometimes you're gonna need to put a pipe on this strong arm, but we'll try it without right now. Just make sure you got everything good and flush. Well, that one was actually super easy. And just like that, you just want to screw that all the way out. Hey guys, if you're getting value out of this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below, and consider subscribing to the channel. See more videos on this backhoe and other farm equipment like this. It's actually the easiest one that's I've done so far. They're usually on there pretty good, but this one pretty easy. After you get it out so far, you can usually go ahead and just screw it by hand. Just like so. So that's all there is to that, getting that nut off of there. This one came off extremely easy. Most of the other ones I've done on this backhoe so far have been a little harder than that, but same concept. I think beating around that cylinder really helps before you put your wrench on there. You can tell this one really wasn't rusted up. They usually rust up here, but this one did not for some reason. Let's get the rest of this rod out of here. You're just gonna take this snap ring off, pull that pin, and then this cylinder will drop down. You can pull that thing straight out. All right guys, if you need to know how to rebuild that whole cylinder, I actually did another video on the swing cylinder on this backhoe. It's exactly the same. I'll link that video up here, so if you're replacing the seals on one of these cylinders, you can check that video out, see how to do that. That's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.